Hi, welcome back. Terry O'Reilly here, founder of OBP Australia. In this video, we're going to look at 12 things that you may need to do to advance your career in Australia. Stay tuned. Number one, develop your communication skills. Most senior professionals will have very good communication skills. So if you're lacking in this area, you need to do something about it. Contact us, we can help out there. Secondly, Australian culture. Try to develop a deeper understanding of Australian culture. Now, this doesn't mean you forget your first culture, but what it may require is moving out of your comfort zone a little, so that you're exposed to things that you wouldn't normally be exposed to. This deeper understanding of culture and how people interact will benefit you in the long run. Number three, pronunciation. Now, if you're working in your profession already, for most people this is not an issue. It is an issue if people have trouble understanding you. You will have your accent with you for the rest of your life. I have an accent, you have an accent, we all have accents. That accent will change over time. This is not about accent. This is about where your pronunciation makes it impossible for you to be understood, particularly with clients or if you're working on the phone. If that's an issue, it can be fixed, but it needs work. So contact us and we can help out there. Number four, your interview skills. Now, you may have been working in Australia for some time, but haven't been to an interview for a while, so it's important that you can perform at the interview and you can communicate well with the interview panel to demonstrate that you're a suitable candidate for the job. Number five, professional development. Now, you may be lucky where your employer pays for your professional development, which is great. If they don't, the onus is on you. It's your responsibility to take charge of your future and your career. So constantly learn, work out what needs to be done to keep moving through your career. A lot of training, not so much training, but a lot of professional development can be done online these days with minimal cost. So explore that as an option. Think about where you want to be in a few years' time and what is required to get there. Number six, your emails and workplace reports. Now, very rarely will you get to a senior level of management or in a company without having excellent writing skills. And this usually means report writing or emails. So if you have errors in your writing, they need to be addressed. We come from a background as ESL teachers here, or English as an additional language, same thing. So we are well placed to advise you and help you with your development in that area. Number seven, your job applications. So we're talking about CV, cover letter, key selection criteria, your LinkedIn profile, your emails to employers. If you're not submitting applications of a high standard, it will disadvantage you in being shortlisted for jobs. Number eight, being assertive. Now, in Australia, being assertive means speaking up, knowing what you want and being able to express that. In some cultures, that might be taken as being arrogant in certain situations. So it's an important step to understand the cultural difference and what assertiveness means in Australia. So explore that, get some advice. You need to know when to speak up in meetings. You need to have the confidence to talk and get your point across so people listen to you. Humour is a very important part of the culture here. The use of sarcasm and irony, it can take a little bit of time to get used to, but explore this, become exposed to different types of social situations to develop your humour in this way. Difficult to do across culture, always difficult to do across culture. Number 10, presentations. So, are you comfortable presenting to your team, to your manager, or perhaps to your clients or customers? If you're not, You need to develop this skill for career advancement in many jobs. So have a think about what you can do to improve that. Again, we can help out with your presentation skills. Number 11, conversational language. Now, this is not just the language you speak in the lunchroom or incidentally with your colleagues. It's also used in presentations. So if you listen to things like TED Talks, for example, you'll notice that it's not formal in a sense that it may have been many, many years ago. It's conversational in its style. So rhetorical questions are asked. So for example, a speaker might say, who of you here goes to work every day and does the same thing every day? Anybody? And they'll ask questions to the audience. Now, not expecting a response, of course, if there are 500 people in the audience, but presentations are delivered usually in conversational language. So be aware of this, and you can get practice with this. We can help out with that as well. And finally, number 12, network. You need to talk to people who may be useful to you, useful in progressing your career. This can be done incidentally. It can be things like finding a mentor. It can be looking at other companies, approaching people in other companies that you would like to work for, and making connections with those people. So if you need help with any of those 12 things that will help you progress your career, contact us. Go to the website obpaustralia.com.au, click on Inquire Now. We'll get back to you within 24 hours to organise a time to chat, discuss your options. Don't forget to subscribe down below. See you next time.